Hello guys, very good evening and a very warm welcome to yet another super curious, super amazing and a very mind-blowing session from your favorite series Curious Minds, hosted by me, that is Pritesh, your host, your host and a proud educator from Embibe, where every day from Monday to Friday we meet live at 5:30 एवरी डे मंडे से फ्राइडे हम 5:30 पे लाइव मिलते हैं एंड वी टॉक अबाउट सो मेनी ब्यूटिफुल एंड अमेजिंग क्यूरियोसिटी ओरिएंटेड कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ लाइफ बायोलॉजी नेचर एंड बियॉन्ड। एंड आज ऐसा ही एक अमेजिंग सेशन लेकर मैं आया हूं आपके लिए, जहां पर हम बात करेंगे 5 ऐसी बायोलॉजी डिस्कवरीज के बारे में जिन्होंने दुनिया को हिलाकर रख दिया। Right? So today we'll be talking about 5 biology discoveries that will really shock you. So before we move ahead, I would like to tell you a little bit about our Embibe page, which is completely free of cost, a beautiful interactive learning platform where you get test assignment, study material, question solution, explanation to solution, books, reference books, NCRTs, anything and everything, that too absolutely free of cost. So make sure that you visit the Embibe page, and you can also download free of cost the Embibe app on Google Store or Apple Store. And guys, before we go ahead, do not forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Do share this video with your friends in school WhatsApp groups and subscribe to the channel because it's absolutely free. And connect with us on Telegram as well, because here you get updates of whatever is happening on the channel. You get the PDFs of the sessions and you also get a chance to connect with us. So do join us on Telegram as well. And guys, here today we are talking about 5 discoveries that have happened in the field of biology, that have happened in the field of medical science, that have really made man super powerful. It has helped us to cure so many diseases, cure so many disorders, and also make our life far more powerful and far more better. So let us talk about these 5 biology discoveries that have really impacted human life, human world and the entire ecosystem as a whole. Right? So let's begin with, and let us see the first biology discovery, and that is that, do you know that human stomach is so acidic that it can dissolve razor blades? The acid in our stomach is HCl, that is secreted by the oxyntic cells of our stomach. Now this acid HCl is so powerful, it is so strong that it can actually dissolve razor blades. The function of the acid HCl in the stomach is to kill the germs and to activate the pepsin. It activates the enzyme called pepsin that helps to digest the proteins. The acids are rated from 0 to 14. Lower the pH, stronger is the acid. The stomach acid is 1.0 to 2.0, indicating that it is very powerful. Razor blade corrosion happens quickly in the typical stomach. Double-edged blades become weak and might break within 24 hours. So hi Jasbir, hi Music X. So if you keep a razor blade in the stomach acid, that it will disintegrate within 24 hours. The stomach acid is so powerful. Also, this stomach acid helps to absorb nutrients. It helps to absorb all the good nutrition that you're taking in, but it is also very easily affected. Your sleep cycle, the amount of sleep that you're getting, the amount of rest that you're giving to your body, exercise, your dietary habits, and the way you look after your body, all of these play a very important role in regulating your stomach acid. If your stomach acid is not sufficient, if the stomach acid is irregulated, then you might suffer from gut problems, you might suffer from IBS, that is irritable bowel syndrome, and that is why keeping a very healthy stomach acid level is super important to have an overall good health. Otherwise, no matter how many supplements you take, no matter how many doctors you visit, no matter how many external medicines you take, if your stomach acid is not in a proper quantity, your body will not be able to absorb the nutrients, whether it is from a medicine or whether it is from a supplement or whether it is from natural food. So no matter how healthy you're eating, no matter how good you're taking care of your body, you have to make sure that your gut and your stomach acid is properly regulated. For that, what involves is a good sleep cycle, eating slowly, not eating very fast, taking apple cider vinegar before your food, and also try to eat when you're sitting down. Because what happens is, when you're sitting on a dining table or when you're sitting on a chair, you are not you're not exercising your stomach enough. But when you sit down and eat, the traditional Indian way of eating, when you have crossed your legs and you're sitting down and eating, you are bending. When you bend and put in the food, the stomach also exercises, and that helps in better digestion of food. Also, you have to make sure that you're eating at least minimum 2 hours before you sleep in the night. So 2 hours before you sleep, you should have finished your dinner. You should have finished your dinner at least 2 hours before you eat, at least 2 hours before you sleep. And guys, please make sure that your dinner is, your dinner consists of anything that is rice. So you can have masala rice, pulao, dal chawal, khichdi, pongal, bisibide bhat, tomato rice, curd rice, lemon rice, any preparation of rice, because that is very good for your gut, it is very good for your stomach, it is easy on the stomach, and it helps in a better digestion. So you can have rice preparation in the night. Club it with a bowl of dal or with a bowl of sabzi. Make sure that you're having your pickle, because pickle, homemade pickle, now I'm not talking about pickle that you get in the supermarket, homemade pickle, which is very good in vitamin C for your immunity, and it is also good as a probiotic. Now these probiotics that you get from homemade pickle, which you get from home set curd, they really add a great advantage to your healthy bacteria. There are more than 100 to 200 different species of bacteria that live in your gut, which are good for your body. So you have to give them good food so that they nourish your digestive system, right? So this is an amazing discovery of biology that we have made. And second is that the 50% of the world's oxygen is produced by the sea. Till now, we know that green plants, green trees or greens are the lungs of the earth. But you might not be knowing that 50% of the world's oxygen is produced by the sea. The rainforest may be our first thought, calling them as the green lungs. But did you know that planktons, seaweed and other ocean-based photosynthesis produces half of the world's oxygen? That is amazing, right? But again, due to excessive fishing, the sea life is also getting affected. See, I have told this multiple times in the classes that even if one organism from the food chain goes away, the entire ecosystem gets affected. And similarly, if there is excessive fishing, then also the entire sea ecosystem gets affected. Remember, 50% of our oxygen is coming from the seas, right? Hi Udit, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking, dear. How are you? The next discovery is of the HeLa cell discovery. The cervical cancer cells extracted from the Henrietta Lacks before her death in 1951 have become a major turning point in cancer research and understanding. The immortal HeLa cell simplified, strengthened and replicated medical studies. The cell line was essential in the development of the Salk's first polio vaccine in 1952. Since its discovery, there have been over 11,000 patents created involving the HeLa cells. Most research and biological discoveries have taken considerably longer if Henrietta cells had not been discovered. So Henrietta Lacks, Henrietta Lacks was a person, and from whom the cervical cancer cells were extracted, and these cells have given way to a lot of studies and a lot of discoveries. Even the polio vaccine was introduced with the help of this, with the help of these HeLa cells. India has been declared as polio free, if I'm not wrong, somewhere around 2004 or 14. I think it was 2014 where India was declared as polio free. There are no more active, patients of polio. Though whoever are there, they have already got polio as a child. But polio vaccine is something that just involves 2 drops of the polio, dose until the age of 5. So, Do Boon Zindagi Ke, I'm sure you all have seen that advertisement of Amitabh Bachchan where he speaks about the importance of the polio dose. Now, polio is a virus and it affects any part of your body. It can be especially the limbs. So, it affects your limbs, that is your hands or legs, and the person is not able to have complete physical mobility. But then if you take the polio dose, then polio is something that can be completely avoided. The next discovery is of the DNA polymerase. When DNA polymerase was found in the E. coli. E. coli is Escherichia coli cells in 1956, Arthur Kornberg's laboratory, and this discovery completely altered the field of molecular biology. Right? For the first time, scientists could quickly add new DNA sequences to an existing DNA strand. The foundation of molecular biology, including the PCR, cloning, transformation, and sequencing, was laid by Thomas Kornberg, Arthur Kornberg's son, and other researchers using the first DNA polymerase and other polymerases that they discovered. So DNA polymerase, as you can see over here, this is a DNA polymerase 3, and because of this, lot of different lot of different techniques, lot of different processes, lot of different scientific inventions could be made based on the DNA. DNA is a part of your chromosomes. It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, and a segment of the DNA is the gene, and DNA has all the information not only of your own body and your own body structure, but it also has information about your lineage. So based on DNA, you can actually find out what lineage do you belong to. So yes, science has advanced so much, and DNA polymerase was one such amazing invention by the science. The next discovery that we are talking about is the reverse transcriptase. Howard Temin and David Baltimore developed reverse transcriptase separately in 1970 as a breakthrough technology enabled scientists to manufacture cDNA, that is a double-stranded DNA from RNA, bridging enormous gaps in understanding of the character and sequence of RNA through the usage in PCR. Discovering the origins of RNA and its translation into proteins is a basic requirement of biology, and the discovery that RNA could be translated into DNA was critical in understanding retroviruses and subsequently antiviral medications. So this reverse transcriptase process helped the scientists to extract DNA from RNA, and when they could extract DNA from RNA, they could not only achieve a lot of progress in scientific inventions, but as you can see, it also helped them to understand retrovirus. Now HIV is human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS. AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Now HIV is a type of a retrovirus, right? HIV has got 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. The stage 3 of HIV is actually the full-blown AIDS. Stage 1, you get the symptoms. These symptoms include loss of weight, at least 10% of the body weight is lost in less than a month, diarrhea, rashes on the body, weakness, etc. The stage 2 is a completely dormant stage where the person becomes completely healthy, and this goes on for years. For years, the person is completely healthy, no disease, nothing. And then directly after, like say, 10, 12, 20 years, the person realizes that he or she has got full-blown AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Now, nowadays, there is no vaccine against AIDS, but then we have got medicines that help to reduce the impact of AIDS. In the disease AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, what actually happens is that the person starts losing immunity. The immunity of the body is lost, and the person gets all the diseases around. And because of these diseases, multiple organ failure happens and the person finally dies, right? So, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS, is the 3rd stage of HIV. But again, we have got medicines, we have got drugs to hold the symptoms of AIDS. Okay? Udit, we don't have exclusively for ICSE, but yes, on the Embibe page you will definitely get all the content for ICSE. But on the Embibe channel of YouTube, what we are doing is we are covering concepts. We are directly covering concepts. We are not covering a particular board. So when I'm covering a concept, say for example, if I'm talking about circulatory system, now circulatory system is the same for CBSE, it is the same for ICSE as well, right? Where I talk about the blood and the plasma and the lymph and the arteries, veins, capillaries, heart, the ventricles, auricles of the heart, the functioning of the heart, all that is common for both the boards, right? So if you are attending the classes over here, Udit, I'm sure you will not lose out on anything whether you are in any board. Okay? Chalo. And the last discovery that man made, that was of the gene therapy. Theodore Friedman and Richard Roblin wrote Gene Therapy for Human Genetic Disease in Science in 1972, citing Stanfield Rogers' 1970 concept that good DNA may be used to replace faulty DNA in persons with genetic illnesses. Now, there are so many genetic disorders like thalassemia or the Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. There are so many different genetic disorders like color blindness, night blindness. These are all genetic disorders. Now, with the help of gene therapy, a healthy DNA can be replaced with a faulty DNA, and that helps to cure genetic disorders. A 4-year-old girl was first patient to be treated with the gene therapy at the NIH Clinical Center in 1990. She was born with a congenital illness known as the adenosine diaminase deficiency, which significantly impairs immunity and the capacity to fight infections. So, with the help of the gene therapy, you can now replace a faulty a faulty DNA with a healthy DNA, and that helps to reform the gene sequence, and the person becomes healthy and hearty. So, now, as I told in the beginning of the class, discoveries in biology, discoveries in science and medicines, they have only made our life better. But then again, after all, we are humans and we cannot control everything that is happening around us, and that is why we saw that the year 2020 and 2021 saw the outbreak of the coronavirus that brought the world to a standstill. Most advanced countries of the world also could not do anything against the virus, and we saw a loss. We saw such a big, massive loss on human life. So there are certain things that are not in our control, like the outbreak of the coronavirus or earthquake. Recently, it was very, very unfortunate and sad that countries like Turkey and Syria, they witnessed a massive earthquake which has caused a huge loss of life and property. But then again, my prayers with all of them, those who have lost anybody whom they know in the Syria and the Turkey earthquakes. But then there are certain things on which man can never have a control, and earthquakes, tsunamis, natural calamities like volcanic eruptions, they are such examples. I've heard that even New Zealand witnessed an earthquake some time back. Again, it was very, very unfortunate. So let us always work towards development, let us always work towards progress. In the same time, we should make sure that we are keeping the environment, the society around us very, very powerful, very, very peaceful and positive, because at the end of the day, human spirit, your spirit to achieve, your spirit to do something, your spirit to make a mark, your spirit to never give up is what is going to make you, that is what makes us human, that that conviction, that dedication ki karke dikhayenge. So let us not lose out on that, on the path of development and advancement and progress, right? With that, guys, we come to the end. I hope you guys learned something beautiful about the biology discoveries that have really taken us way ahead of time. And if you are enjoying these sessions of Curious Minds, do not forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Do share about Curious Minds with your friends and school WhatsApp groups, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is absolutely free of cost. Connect with us on Telegram as well, and I'll be seeing you again tomorrow at 5:30 with yet another amazing session and episode of Curious Minds. But till then, this is Pritesh, your host, your dose, and a proud educator from Embibe, signing off for now. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed, and do not forget to keep imbibing, because we believe in you.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.